everyone, and thank you for returning and subscribing to Cosmic Cassie. Every month, I post collective readings for each zodiac sign. Those links are in the description box down below. I am an intuitive, psychic medium and channel, so I read the cards, the energy, and messages. So if you have aha moments and you know right away what or who I'm talking about, that means the reading is resonating. Keeping in mind, roles can be reversed and gender does not matter. Now, if it doesn't resonate for you, that's okay. In the description box, I also added the energy that you'll get from watching your sun, moon, and rising signs. Again, thank you for liking and subscribing. It really helps my channel grow and to get the messages out there. For those that donate, I am so grateful to you. Every little bit really goes a long way and shows me that my readings are helping you all. You can book a personal reading with me on cosmiccassie.com. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the reading. Hey Cancer, this is going to be the full moon reading in Sagittarius. This moon is happening on the 23rd, at least in my time zone it is. So this is going to be what you are manifesting or releasing, since we do one or the other on those full moons. First, I'm going to share some energy that you are most likely going to experience both on the collective level as well as just in Cancer, on cancers in general. And then we'll pull a Rumi Oracle card for you, and then we'll look at tarot, okay? So first thing is the collective energy that you can expect everyone to kind of experience is being able to dive deeply into their emotions around the past, any stuck energy, in even incomplete projects, relationships, or businesses. And there also is going to be an extra focus on creating self-sufficiency, happiness, and freedom. Cancer, for you personally, the way this full moon in Sagittarius is going to be affecting you is that it could bring up a lot of emotions related to long distance travel, higher education, things like this. You may also feel a strong desire to connect with people from different cultures or even different backgrounds. So kind of mixing it up a little bit, getting a little curious, things like that. Let's go ahead and pull a Rumi message for you. And this is the Rumi Oracle deck. Okay. What does Cancer need to know for this full moon in Sagittarius? Show me. What does Cancer need to know for this full moon in Sagittarius? Okay, we got 2 of them that came out. I'll be nice. I'll read both. As long as it's not like 5. So let's look at this one first. So Cancer, this is kind of what it looks like. It's a little abstract. Take what you see from it. What I see is kind of like a moon and a woman leaning over the moon, but also becoming the moon, and her hair is kind of falling down, but it kind of looks like a seashell as well. So, interpret it how you want. This one is called Blood Angel, and it says, in the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. The description for it is, in opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. So that one is definitely hinting at releasing, almost like dumping your cup out as much as you can if you want to fill it up with something different. So you have to allow that energy to leave, that emotion to leave, before it can be replaced with something else. So it's not a question of if you're going to receive, it's a question of how much are you going to receive depending on how much you're willing to release. And this is the second one. Again, we have, she kind of looks like a woman with a very, very flowy gown or dress. It's very colorful here. Again, take with it however you see it, take that as whatever it is for you. This one's called The Lion and the Deer. It says, if you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. The description is, there is no need to fear making a mistake. If you fall into arrogance, the divine shall roar magnificently to shift your perspective. If you underestimate yourself, the divine will encourage you to rise. Whatever is needed to keep you true is what you are given. So I think that's a beautiful kind of integration into the first message, because with that one, at least my understanding and my interpretation from that is, as you release things, don't fear what is going to come to you, because whatever comes to you is always going to be exactly what you need in that moment. So if you're fearing that, well, if I let go of this, what if I attract something that's like this? Or what if I become this way? It's like, nope. there is always going to be like a correction. The universe will always correct you and re-guide you, redirect you on the right path as much as it can. And it'll keep doing that until you get back to the path. So the more stubborn you are, the harder the journey is. But that second message is really letting you know, hey, you can't fail. It's impossible to fail. So if you're releasing and getting new things, you're manifesting something that you've never manifested before on this full moon. Or maybe you're emotionally releasing and letting go of people and things that you never thought you would. Or you're taking on, this brave, courageous action and throwing yourself in situations that you never would have normally thrown yourself into. Know that you're doing something that cannot go wrong. You are making decisions that are meant for you, but if you feel that those decisions are wrong, just know that the universe will correct those decisions in their own way, okay? Show me, what does Cancer need to know? Are we manifesting or releasing? I definitely feel like you guys are. I wonder if that's why we got ditto message, because it does feel like a lot of you are manifesting, but it also feels like a lot of you are emotionally releasing. So there might be a really good balance between the both of you. Show me, is Cancer manifesting or releasing? This full moon, is Cancer manifesting or releasing? I do get this feeling of courage. I think you guys might experience a lot of courage around things, like emotional courage that you maybe lack in most situations, where we're more passive. We're more like, it doesn't even matter. It's all good. It feels like we have a little bit more courage when it comes to speaking our emotions, doing things, like daring things we never thought we would do, creating situations we never thought we would. And then we have the World card coming out first here. So that's definitely an energy of kind of moving out and navigating out of old patterns, old ways of thinking or doing things. And it's kind of like we're breaking free of that, and we're allowing ourselves to move in a direction of like the unknown, of things that we haven't done before. But we're definitely trying to move away from the experiences that we've already had. It's like, you've already done that, so why keep doing it, right? And then we have this Ten of Swords, Father of Pentacles, the Devil, the Chariot, and the Six of Swords, which interestingly, everyone's been getting the Six of Swords. With that Ten of Swords, Father of Pentacles, Devil, Chariot, Six of Swords. This feels like part of the reason why we're able to do this is I think that we've experienced some pretty significant like emotional upheavals, emotional disappointments, things like this. And we always found a way to show up really strong. We always found a way to recover, to bounce back. Like, we never let those things, as much as they really hurt us, we never let those things stop us. But there's this energy of, even though we never let it stop us, we did kind of hold on to it. We held on to it in our emotional energy. So even though physically we bounced back, physically we moved forward, physically we kind of dusted it off, whatever, that's not going to stop me, that's not going to keep me down, I'll recover, I'll heal, I'll move forward. It's kind of feeling like some of those aches, pains, disappointments, upheavals really affected us in the core and really emotionally got stuck somewhere within ourselves. And I don't think we realize it, because sometimes Cancer, and I experience this, I have Cancer in my chart, like I'm a Cancer moon. And sometimes the weight of dealing with the emotions is like too much. It's almost like this fear of, if I deal with these emotions, it's going to destroy my life, because I feel it so heavy. I feel everything so deeply and so heavily that if I really acknowledged the depth of emotion that I'm experiencing, it's like it could totally ruin my life. I would stop doing things. There would always be a pain. It would hurt. But that's just a fear, right? That's not an actual fear. When you feel it completely, that's what allows you to actually heal it and release it. So I feel like some of you don't allow yourself to feel those pains, the depth of those negative emotions, the way that maybe we want to, because we're a little scared of what it might do if we felt them. And this is saying, as you overcome that fear, as you stop trying to like just be like, you know what, I'm okay, I'm good, I recovered, I'm healed, and I'm not saying you're pretending to be okay, but it's like you keep showing up in this stoic, stable, honorable way, like, that didn't hurt me, it might have hurt me, but I'm gonna move on, I'm gonna get better, I'll be okay, like everything's fine. It's like you show up so stoic, And it's like, as you overcome the fear of not being stoic, of allowing yourself to look vulnerable, allowing yourself to like fall the fuck apart because it hurts and those emotions are deep and you're feeling them. And sometimes you just can't be stoic. Sometimes you can't be stable when you're having like an emotional breakdown. Sometimes you just have to feel the emotional breakdown to allow yourself to really heal it and let it go. And as you overcome the fear of doing that and you allow yourself to experience your emotions in the depth of the way that you are and you're capable of, that's when I think that we really move forward. We really quickly move forward in a totally new direction, because Cancer, I feel like that's the only thing really holding you back from really reaching your dreams. Like, I'm surprised the star energy isn't here, because that's, or the star card, because that's the energy I feel with this. It's like, if we can overcome just this one fear of succumbing to our emotions and the depth and in the intensity that they are, and stop trying to block them off and just show up in this, just fine kind of way. If we really allow ourselves to feel it and succumb to it, overcome the fear of ourselves, because that's really what you're afraid of, is your own emotions. You're afraid of you, right? So if we overcome that fear, it's almost like, bam, look at that. The star. Look at that. It's almost like, bam. Now we can really move you forward, Cancer. Now we can really take you into a completely different way of living, of life, because we can't have you afraid of yourself. We can't have you afraid of your own emotions. We can't have you blocking yourself off halfway through. You got to be totally emotionally vulnerable and open and willing to receive your emotions, willing to process them, heal them, experience them to the intensity, the depths that they are, right? Stop looking stoic and just break down for once. It's okay. And you have to trust that that's okay. And you have to believe yourself that you'll recover, that you can recover from it and you can move forward. As soon as you do that and overcome that fear, boy, Cancer, I don't know where you guys are going, but whatever you're trying to manifest this full moon, that's what's going to come through for you. So I feel like you guys definitely are in a manifesting energy. I think the reason why it didn't feel like it was completely in there, because this is literally a combination of both the emotional release, literally, and the manifestation. For those of you that refuse to have that emotional release, that refuse to truly acknowledge and feel your emotions, to be vulnerable, to allow yourself to fall apart and not keep a brave face on, those of you that overcome that fear of yourself, those of you that do that are the ones that I believe are going to be manifesting whatever you're trying to call in or attract, manifest for this moon. You're going to experience that manifestation not very long after, okay? Like within the month after, you'll be seeing that manifestation come through for you and actually start to like materialize in your physical world. But those of you that continue with this fear of yourself, the fear of looking vulnerable, of looking confused, lost, of looking hurt, it's okay. Hey, if you got played, if you got taken advantage of, if you got disappointed or rejected, it's like, stop trying to look so brave. It's okay if that hurt you. We're humans. It would hurt anyone. And those of you that can't overcome that fear, that keep putting a brave face on, that keep pretending that it doesn't hurt, keep pretending that you're okay, and just showing up and moving on, you're not clearing that emotional energy. You're not clearing what needs to be cleared to bring something new in, which is, again, it's hilarious because let me go back to this one, your Rumi card, Blood Angel. What does it say? In opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. You have to release these emotions. You have to release whatever belief this is that you can't experience the pain, you can't show the pain, you can't, say the pain. You have to show up brave. You have to keep a brave face. You have to pretend like you're not bothered. And I think a lot of that stems from what I'm hearing is you're scared to be emotionally vulnerable, because when you've been emotionally vulnerable, this is what you've experienced, okay? A lot of betrayal, heartbreak, disappointment, sadness, a lot of like just being overwhelmed, overtaken by your emotions. It doesn't even have to be because of other people. Just anytime that I feel like you, in your perspective, anytime that you've been emotionally vulnerable, it's almost like you've been hurt even more because you became emotionally vulnerable. So now it's like, I just want to be stoic and I just want to pretend like nothing hurts, and I don't want to feel these emotions. I want to just move past them and be okay. And that hardens you, that really hardens you. It puts a gate around your heart. It makes it so hard to receive and give love in such like a pure, emotional, open way. It hardens you, and it's not good for you to do that to yourself, because being emotionally vulnerable is one of the easiest ways to be emotionally abundant, because you're not trapping your emotions inside. You're not invalidating how you feel. You're being emotionally vulnerable, which means you're also allowing other people to come in and help you and love you and be there for you. Even if you've experienced this in the past, you can experience something very opposite to this, but you have to release this experience to gain the new experience, okay? You're not the same person. You're not in the same place. Maybe there's a reason why those people that were around you treated you that way. And now that we've gotten away from those people, we can have a different experience. Maybe we needed to attract healthier people, and that's why we had those experiences. Really dig deep and analyze and figure it out. Don't just go with the answer that, well, when I'm emotionally vulnerable, people are just terrible to me. It's like, no, look deeper than that, because that's not true. Not everyone is going to hurt you. Not everyone is going to take your emotional vulnerability as a weakness or use it or take advantage of it. It might have just been the situation you're in. Who were the people around you? What were you doing at that time? Where was your life? How did you experience life? And I promise you'll look back on that and be like, you know what? I have grown a lot. But even though we have grown a lot, our experience changed. We never took the walls down, right? Our ego came in and was like, nope, don't ever take the walls down. It hurts to be vulnerable. I didn't mean for this to go so deep, Cancer. I wasn't trying to go so long with these, but I just feel like you guys really need to hear this. And I feel like you really need to understand, those of you that can release this energy and just allow yourself to be vulnerable. Stop putting on that brave face. Overcome the fear of yourself, the fear of being hurt, the fear of pain. You've already gone through the pain and the hurt, and you know you can recover because you've experienced it. So why be afraid of it? Why be afraid of it happening again? You already know that you can heal, that you can move forward. It may hurt like hell, but you know it's not going to kill you. So why be afraid of it and miss out on the opportunities of experiencing the complete opposite of love, of gratitude, of compassion, of empathy, of grace, just because we're afraid of the pain that might happen? Everything's a balance, Cancer. You have to experience one side of the scale and then the other side of the scale in order to find the balance, okay? So those that can release that emotional energy, those that can heal this, and it's not even healing, it's literally like you just need to allow yourself to feel it and break down and like not pretend like everything's fine. That's when we start to manifest and call in and attract that new beginning, that new experience, okay? Cancer, that is everything I have for you. If you want a private reading with me, cosmiccassie.com is that website. Otherwise, I will be doing a bonus reading at the end of the month for you, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be about love and money specifically, and I hope to see you all there. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you appreciate and like this, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.